I'll be reviewing Tia Mowry's cookbook. It's called The Quick Fix Kitchen. This has been like one of the most highly requested videos that you guys have asked me for, so I'm finally here with it. In fact, I bought 2 copies. This video is going to be a giveaway, so if you want to win your very own copy of this book, then you have to be subscribed to my channel, like this video, and then just leave a comment down below. Tell me something you like about Tia, what makes you gravitate towards her, or one of your favorite memories. My favorite character that she played was Melanie in the game, or Girl Melanie, and when she slapped Derwin, baby. Woo. I'm gonna break this video up into 3 sections like I always do. So the first section, I'm just gonna walk you through the book. Second section, I'm gonna walk through a couple of recipes that I tried. And then finally, at the end of the video, I will give you my overall thoughts and opinion about the book. Let's dive right in. The book is made very well, gorgeous book, very high quality. This was probably done with a publisher. It reminds me a lot of Aisha Curry's cookbook in terms of quality. It's just top tier. You really cannot get a better, quality than this. The pictures are well done. Just a beautiful cookbook. The claim to fame in this is easy recipe and time-saving tips for a healthier, stress-free life. The book is divided into 2 sections. The first part being a lot of tips, tricks, kitchen organization hacks. That takes about half of the book up. Second part of the book are the recipes. There are 65 recipes in this book, and it's broken down to breakfast, snacks, one pot, and sheet pan wonders, dinner, and sweets. This cookbook is the first cookbook that I've seen that had such an extensive beginning portion. She wrote a lot, baby, a lot. That first 120 pages is strictly her sharing things about the kitchen. I just want to highlight a couple of my favorite sections. So one of them is a seasonal guide, so seasonal fruits and vegetables. I've never seen that before in a cookbook, so that was pretty interesting. Another section that she has is your general swaps and tips. I love sections like this. If you don't have this, you can use that. So useful. I've never seen a cookbook have a sample meal plan in it, so you put her recipes to use, put what she would cook on weeks 1, 2, and 3. Love that. And she also included a grocery list in here as well, so how you could prepare shopping for it, which I thought was really cool. She's got time charts in here, which is super helpful. That is an extensive part of the book. Like I said, I've never seen a cookbook that had that much detail in the first half of the book, but that also leaves a little bit for the recipe. So it starts with the breakfast. One of the breakfast recipes that I'm going to do is actually blueberry lemon muffins, which I actually made. They are right here. I haven't tasted them yet, so. Then she goes into one pot and sheet pan recipes. Got several here. The one I tried was the Spatchcock lemon herb chicken and roasted baby potatoes. I really wanted to challenge myself. I've never done this before. I was trying to get my Julia Childs on when she did the duck or whatever, so I really wanted to try it. It's actually in the oven now, so I'll get to taste test that in a moment. Then she has her dinner recipes, and then she's got her sweets recipes. Oh, snacks. So she's got a snacks recipe too. Alright, so like I said, I was gonna try the lemon blueberry muffins, so I made those. If you want to watch that, yeah. Now I'm going to taste test. That's a pretty decent blueberry muffin. I think it's pretty decent. Give me 1 second so I can get this blueberry out my teeth. Hopefully I got all the blueberry out of my teeth. The muffins are pretty good. I would give them a strong 8 out of 10. They're decent. I will say the recipe tells you to put it in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes. I left it in there for 17 minutes. I always do that. When it gives you a range, I just split it in the middle. Put it in for 17 minutes and they were very soupy. So I put them back in the oven for about 20 more minutes because that's how not done they were. And they are good. They're not dry. They are very moist. So yeah, good 8 out of 10. So yeah, really liked those. The next recipe I tried was the chicken recipe with the potatoes. Now this technique is basically where you buy a whole chicken, you cut out the backbone of the chicken, and then you lie it flat. The purpose of that is that it's supposed to speed up the cook time. So I roasted this whole chicken in about an hour and 30 minutes. Like I said, the instructions said to put it in for 55 minutes, but I don't trust it. I just do not trust chicken. So I put it back in the oven for about 30 more minutes. It should be done. After I made like the first couple of incisions, I realized that this was going to be a lot. So I did the rest off camera. Trust me, you guys did not want me to show you what I went through. That was a very graphic despining of a chicken. It's not for the faint of heart, but it did test my culinary skills. I like that. That's kind of the reason why I wanted to do it. So you might notice that this chicken looks a little different on each side. I will get into more of it later, but let's just say Tia only seasoned her chicken with salt and pepper. I, on the other hand, decided to add a little bit more seasonings because, so on my side I added some garlic powder, some onion powder. I used Mowry seasoned salt and some, I think that was it that I put on there. But yeah, we're gonna talk about it later. Let's get it out of the oven. It's hot. So let's taste potato. Oh. I don't know why I would do that. I gotta put it in my mouth so quick knowing it's hot. Alright, this is her side, just a chicken wing. My side, a little drumstick. Okay, I will say without a shadow of a doubt, that is a perfectly roasted chicken. It's tender, it's juicy, it's falling off the bone, it's good. I don't know how long it would take a normal whole chicken to roast, but apparently when you split it down the middle like that, it's supposed to cook a lot faster. So it's really, really good. All right, now that the little taste test is out of the way, I want to talk about my general consensus of the cookbook. So I always have to start out with my disclaimer. If you like Tia, if she's provided value to you, if you love her as an actress, if you love her Instagram, if you love her presence, buy the book. Support her as an author. You're a fan of her, buy the book. Now, if you are a cookbook person and you are looking for a good cookbook, I personally cannot say that I would recommend this cookbook unless you are an extreme beginner or if you're looking for really easy, child-friendly food. Let's talk about it. The book has 65 recipes. I feel like that's a kind of on the low end for what you typically see in cookbooks. And then I found that a lot of the recipes were kind of basic. In fact, when I was scrolling through this, trying to figure out which recipes I wanted to make, I wasn't quite inspired. Nothing caught my eye, nothing made me say, oh, I gotta try this. And I feel like that's what a cookbook is supposed to do. I would definitely classify this as an all-American style food, just basic. You know, you've got your chicken, a couple of pasta recipes. There's actually not very many seafood recipes. I think there was a couple shrimp recipes, and then even as I was flipping through trying to find recipes that I wanted to make, nothing was like calling my name, nothing was super inspiring, like, oh, I can't wait to do that. So for instance, like her dinner recipes, chicken teriyaki bowl, creamy Alfredo pasta, super nachos, meatloaf cupcakes with mashed potato frosting. None of that am I inspired, like none of that I'm like, oh, I can't wait to make. I would not pull out this cookbook. Lazy mom lasagna, homemade pizza bar. Great, love that. But the problem that I have is a lot of them are very, very basic. So for instance, if you have 65 recipes and you're really trying to show off your culinary skills, why do we have a recipe called oven baked bacon, where the ingredient is bacon and then you turn on the oven and you bake it? I don't like it when they do that. I like going and seeing celebrity cookbooks for how they put their spin on things. I'm not looking for like a beginner style cookbook, and I guarantee you the people who are buying cookbooks really don't need a recipe on how to put bacon in the oven. That I could be wrong, but I feel like that might be the case. Another thing is nothing just really was like, ooh, this is different, or I've never seen this before. Like, you know, your typical recipes, but then they're still just basic. There's no va-va-voom. There's no like, so for instance, she has a 3-ingredient roasted chicken. I will tell you what the 3 ingredients are: chicken, salt, and pepper. I don't need a recipe to tell me that. I want to know how Tia seasons her chicken when she's at home. And I'm here to tell you right now, I do not think it's just salt and pepper. Because I don't know about you and yours, but me and mine, we need at least, at the bare minimum, some Mowry's, garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, something. Give it some color. So I was really kind of disappointed in the seasoning, and especially if you have a whole section in the front telling you how to use seasonings. I just really feel like we missed the mark. We really missed an opportunity. So that's why I said maybe it's beginner friendly. Maybe if you've never made chicken before and you don't know what basic season to put on there, of course, salt and pepper. But I just feel like that is such a given, you know what I mean? The people who are buying cookbooks or want to see something from people, they don't really care about salt and pepper and chicken. I guarantee you. Only reason is because I buy cookbooks and I know that. But I could be wrong. Like I said, maybe this is geared towards a very beginner friendly. Like I said, the first 120 pages, she really delved deep into a lot of tips, tricks, hacks, that type of thing. Some of it I found to be a little basic, like how to stock your kitchen. Like there's one section, and I was reading it because I skimmed through it, and it's like, you know, you need a whisk or something like that. And I'm just thinking, like, you know, if you're at the point where you're buying cookbooks, you probably own the basics like knives, forks, whisks, spatulas. I can't see myself reading the entirety of that front portion knowing that that's kind of the basic level information that's included. Some of the sections were really, really cool, really informative, but like, you know, your basic kitchen utensils, baby, if you ain't got it by now, I don't know. Oh, and then she does go to a lot about, like, you know, kids and maybe allergies and like maybe introducing foods to kids and whatnot. And so I think it's important to point that out, because if that's her audience, if that's who she was going for, maybe she was going for mothers who need, you know, basic recipes for, you know, children or whatever, then that would be more appropriate. I feel like it was kind of negative. I'm not trying to be negative. I did enjoy the book. But like I said, there was nothing that was like, oh, I'm gonna try this, oh, I can't wait to try that. It was just like, oh, okay, like meatloaf and mashed potatoes, fantastic. Would I buy the book again? No, I wouldn't. But that's only because I think, and I'm not even advanced, I wouldn't consider myself advanced, but if I'm gonna pull out a cookbook, I'm trying to impress somebody, and none of these recipes to me are very impressive. Anyways, again, if you like this review, if you like this channel, my next cookbook is going to be Chrissy Teigen's second cookbook, and I'm excited to do that cookbook because I think it's going to really test my culinary skills. It's going to bring more flavor into my kitchen. Those are the recipes that I really, really like, not just like your basic ones. So if you subscribe to my channel if you want to see more, and like I said, if you would like your very own copy of the Quick Fix Kitchen, be sure to subscribe to my channel and just leave me a memory of Tia that you really, really like. And I'll talk to you guys in my next video.